Hello, my friends, and welcome. It is time to wake up and Barca. Live Barcelona news every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and apparently sometimes on weekends, right here on the Undefeated channel. We're going to be talking about live Barcelona news because I missed Friday's episode, and I missed you all, so we got some stuff we got to catch up on. And I said, why not hop on so we can talk about this new Spotify deal that we got going on. Kit deal, Camp Now deal. My goodness, a lot to catch up on. Of course, with that new Spotify deal going on and the kit sponsorship, that leads to some kit designs being leaked. We got the home kit, the away kit, the third kit. We're going to take a look at all three. I want to get your reactions to them. But we're going to start off today's episode talking about Adama Traore returning to Barcelona. 6 months loan deal, option to buy, not obligated. We're going to talk about all the details and more on today's episode of Wake Up in Barca, special weekend edition. If this is your first time finding us, yes, this is off of our normal schedule. We're typically here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so I invite you to come hang out with us. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. You don't miss any of the live streams outside of Wake Up in Barca, which, as I said, we do 3 days a week, live news here on the Undefeated channel. We are also live for all the Barcelona matches. We have an action-packed February coming up. So again, subscribe to the channel, join the community so you can chat with Culers from around the world as we support the Blaugrana. Before we get into any of the topics today, and like we said, Spotify, new kits, Adama Traore, we're going to talk about all that. But let's go ahead and kick things off the right way, my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the Undefeated Mustache John. Okay, we're good. Mic is on. Tweet has been sent, and the intro is turned off. 3 for 3. Chalk it up. Very exciting stuff. Folks, we're going to kick off today, as I said, talking about Adama Traore. I'm going to turn to the chat in just a moment, say my good evenings, my good mornings. This is a special episode. I know it is morning time for all my friends over in India. A big part of the channel here, the community on the Undefeated channel, the Stash Squad, if you will, is over in India. So good morning to you all. Welcome. And welcome back, Adama Traore. Barcelona officially confirms agreement for the loan of Adama Traore until June 30th, 2022. If that's not good enough, we do have it confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. Gives us a few more details. Barca is going to cover 100% of the salary, and that's important. You got to factor that part in. A lot of people were hoping that maybe that wasn't going to be the case, that we'd have a little bit of wiggle room there. Not happening. Barcelona covering 100% of the salary. Deal is going to be signed on Friday. That was yesterday. So all done, confirmed. He's been presented. Adama Traore, Barcelona. I want to get some reactions there first of all. But before I turn, I'll give my thoughts about Adama. All right, here's some stats. One that ESPN FC shared. Adama Traore, 91 completed take-ons, more than Vinicius Jr., who had 65 this season. No La Liga player has completed more. So if you look on the bright side of things, he's strong on the ball, obviously. He's got pace, he's got power, and he's willing to run at defenders. Love it. If you watch him play, he's lightning fast. He's an exciting player, tremendous athlete. However, those aren't the only stats I want to take a look at. Oh, did I miss it? Did I get away from it? Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no. That wasn't what I wanted. Hang on. We'll get to it. Here. Messing up right off the top of the bat. Here's a stat that matters, though, folks. It's great that he's taking on defenders, but what is he doing after he takes on those defenders? This year, 20 matches, 1 goal. In the last few years combined, he's got 8 goals. So I think he's going to alleviate one huge problem that Barcelona do have, which is lack of pace up top, particularly with Ansu out and Dembele in the stands until he finds a new home. So just the fact that we are going to have someone that can threaten on a counterattack is huge for Barcelona. Major concern is what is Adama going to do in the final third, making that final decision. Assists and goals have been hard to come by for Adama. So I'm hoping that coming back to what he's familiar with at the Camp Now, he is a La Masia player after all. Linking up with Xavi, having a Luke de Jong, a Memphis, a Goatwait to aim for, a Ferran Torres to play with, maybe it unlocks the best of Adama Traore. So I'm hoping for good things. I'm not putting the expectations that some people are. He's not coming in with Ferran Torres expectations. But I think it's going to be good for Barcelona, particularly, like I said, because of that threatening pace up top. Up next, we are going to talk about the Spotify deal, the new kit leaks, all that jazz. But now we'll turn to the chat. I'll say my hellos, my good evenings, and my good mornings to the Stash Squad here. Let's see who we got hanging out with us. Anthony, hello, hello. Stay blessed. Harry, Daniel's with us. Odegaard, Kyle, how we doing, sir? Kyle Cash. Ryan Scott's in the house. Hazries, good morning. Watch this, hello. Yeah, Wake Up in Barca, evening edition on a Saturday. Daniel, hello. Andrew, hello. Jabril, what's up, my friend? Watching from New York. Welcome, welcome. Am I missing anybody? Ryan, hello. Coffee at Dawn, hello. Says, if we can turn Adama into a right wing back, that's pretty good. That was a question that I had too. Is he going to be a right wing back? Is he going to be a right wing? If Xavi ends up playing a 3-back formation and we have 5 midfielders spread across the middle of the pitch there, that leaves a lot of room for Adama Traore to fill that spot on the right-hand side. It's kind of the perfect blend there of pace and power and ability. It's going to lower Dest's chances of filling that role, so I'm a little bit bummed about that. But we needed to sign someone that was going to give us some pace up top. So that's going to be kind of the message that I'm sticking with, is that Barcelona needed some pace. If we don't have pace up top, and I've said this so many times, if we don't have pace up top, we cannot stop the high pressure. It'll be constant. If we can't threat the counterattack, I've said it so many times. I won't repeat it. Why alone? At this point, alone makes sense because he's untested. We got to see how things work out. And I don't think we want to actually buy anybody without knowing that we can secure the finances that we need for Haaland right now. We still have a handful of players that are out on loan that we're going to have to sell before we can buy Haaland. So we're not in the business necessarily of buying people right now. Plus, again, a loan means we don't have to pay a transfer fee and we get to keep some of our money. So all those things. What else we got? Oscar's in the house. Hello, hello. How we doing? Brandon, hello. How are Barcelona going to use Adama? So I'm thinking, and here's what I'll say. We're going to do a full how will Barcelona line up with Adama Traore. We will do that on Monday's Wake Up in Barca. How I think they're going to line up, though, 4-3-3, and across the front three, I think we're going to see Ferran Torres on the left, Memphis or Luke de Jong at striker, and then Adama at right wing. If we go with a 3-back, then Adama, of course, would play that right wing position, covering box to box on that right wing. Hazri says, would you rather have a forward that can pass and shoot or a player that can dribble with skills and is fast? Pass and shoot. At this point, we have players that can dribble, that can create, will take a defender on one-on-one. It's that final decision, though. Abde in particular, Dembele also have the same problem. So we need players with that poacher's instinct, that Luis Suarez mentality. Doesn't always have to be pretty. We just got to get him in goal. Right now, the fact that Luke de Jong is carrying this team for goal output, not great. Not great, my friends. Brandon says Dest should start over Alves. I certainly agree. I'm not ready to hit the panic button if that's not the case. If Alves ends up getting a little bit more time than Dest for the rest of this season, I'm not ready to hit the panic button. The fact that Chelsea and Bayern Munich are still willing to take a look at Dest, still willing to take him off Barcelona's hands, that should say something. That's the last 2 Champions League winners. Chelsea, Bayern Munich are all like, yeah, we'll take Dest. That should say something to Barcelona, who are short on wingbacks, by the way. It's not like we are overloaded and we're like, we got to get rid of somebody. Maybe it'll be Dest. No, we got very few wingbacks. He can play either side. Keep that in mind. keep that in mind. San Curioso, hello. Kenny, how we doing? Coffee says, I think Memphis is better when he plays on the left wing. I agree with you. I just don't know. And maybe Ferran Torres plays number 9 if Memphis plays on the left wing. That's not a bad front three. Memphis left, Ferran Torres striker, Adama Traore right wing. I'm okay with that. Adama Traore doesn't give us much versatility. I think he's played striker before, like been a lone striker at times for Wolverhampton, but not very often. And I don't think he plays at all on the left-hand side. I could be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong there, but I'm pretty sure. Ryan asks, how was the concert? It was awesome. It was awesome. I won't get into too much of the details and bore you, but it was a band, Humphreys McGee, if anybody's familiar. They were my favorite band, like in my early 20s, and then I just hadn't seen them in like 10 years. All of a sudden, 10 years went by. So they were playing not too far from where I'm living right now. Went and checked them out. It was a great time. Me and the missus went and did some dances. It was a good time. Yes, indeed. What else? Adama should play as right back. We talked a little bit about that. It's a possibility. I don't think he'll strictly play as right back, but as a right wing back in a 3-back formation, that's a possibility. But overall, just the fact that he's going to have pace and assertiveness. I appreciate his assertiveness up top. Harry, happy the concert went well. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I love you all. You guys are great. Absolutely great. So those are my thoughts on Adama. Is that he's gonna be impactful, especially against some of the not the elite clubs in La Liga, but anybody outside of the top 5 or 6. I think Adama Traore is going to light him up. He's going to give us a great option out on that right-hand side. Ryan Scott says, I would start Dest at the left back. I don't hate that idea. When he was filling in for Jordi Alba, that was some of the best football that we saw from the young Serginho Dest. So I don't hate that idea at all. Just saying. Okay, shall we talk Spotify deal, my friends? Let's jump over a little bit. We'll talk Spotify here. I want to first share something funny that I came across on Twitter earlier. My goodness, where are my words? Madristas listening to Spotify but realizing it's helping Barcelona to raise Haaland funds. Let's go. Double-edged swords for any of the Barcelona haters out there who also use Spotify. Reports are saying that Spotify is going to offer more than 100 million euros to Barcelona annually for the front and back of the jersey, plus the title rights of the Camp Nou. What I've seen, looking into the details, is that it's not a a permanent deal for the Camp Nou. It would be a 1 or a 2-year deal, and it would be the Camp Nou Spotify, which is so stupid. But nobody would actually call it that. They would say it on broadcast. They would say it on their commercial marketing stuff, but nobody would actually call it that, and it'll only be for a year or two. So I'm not super worried about that if that is the case. But what I do think is pretty cool, now that the Spotify deal is all but secured, we're starting to see some leaked kits here, friends. So here's what we're looking at. This is, of course, just some fan art, but this is a mock-up here of the 3 kits potentially for Barcelona 22-23. We've got home, away, and third kit here. This is a better look. We'll start with the home kit. To me, I like this one. If this is what the Spotify logo is going to end up looking like, as long as it's not green, I hate it a little bit less. Yes, you could get into the debate about Spotify not really paying their artists fairly, and surely that there's some points against them for that one. But visually speaking, you could do a lot worse than what I'm seeing here. It kind of reminds me of the 2016-17 kit. A little bit darker on the shoulders, a few more stripes down the center, but I don't hate it. Here's a mock-up, slightly different, white text on the Spotify instead of gold, and full Barcelona badge instead of gold there. So, again, fan art. This isn't official or anything like that. But Gavi looks pretty good in it. Pretty good. Again, I like the gold text a lot better than what I'm seeing here. But as far as a home kit goes, we've had worse. This year's is worse. This year's kind of tanked, if you ask me. But as far as home kits go, that's not bad, folks. Not bad at all. Jumping over to number 2. This one, I don't think anybody saw coming. A white kit? A white kit from the Blaugrana? Are you kidding me right now? No, I'm not kidding you. We're doing it, folks. It's not Inter Milan, which I pulled up here. It's pretty close. Pretty close to Inter Milan's last away kit. But Barcelona with a throwback to the 1966-67 kit. I believe this is the only time that Barcelona have ever done a white kit other than potentially this one. I gotta say, Pedri looks good. Again, difference in gold text versus black. But Pedri looks good in this. I think for this one, I actually like the black and the Blaugrana badge a little bit better than the gold. I like this kit other than it looks too similar to Inter, and the fact that overall, Barcelona wearing white, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean. So I'm a little bit iffy about that. So let's move on to the third kit. I like this. I like this one. If we get the tones right, okay, if you see here, this is a nice like gold color. Here's Ferran Torres wearing it. And again, fan art, slightly different. This is a little bit closer in color to what we saw in 2003, 2004 as an away kit. And again, the following year as a third kit. But this was more brown, more tan. Wasn't a huge fan. If we can get it closer to this or closer to this gold color, I'm all right with that. Nice navy print on there. A little red, a little gold on the trim of the sleeves. I'm okay with that, my friends. I really am. I don't hate that at all. Taking a look at all three again, let me know your thoughts. Do we like this? Are we impressed? Better than this year's? Worse than this year's? If you like these, what are your favorites? I'm going to turn the chat. Give me your thoughts. If you're watching this on replay, let me know in the comments. What do you think about this year's kits? Thumbs up, thumbs down. I want to know your thoughts, my friends. Let's turn to the chat. Curioso likes the third kit. Harry says the white kit is nice. Odegaard says everyone loves the white kit. Yeah. You're a Madrista. You would say that. Brandon says if Barcelona don't get to sign a striker this winter, chat's going too fast. I can't keep up. Xavi should play Ferran Torres as a striker. I'm sure we'll see him get a chance playing in the number 9 position here. Oscar says supposedly it'll be a light gray. We'll see. Also in this mock-up, I didn't notice there's some stripes going across on the second kit that we are not seeing in the other photos. That would be interesting too. Very interesting indeed, my friends. What else we got? Connor McCabe, how we doing, sir? Welcome to the party. Hazri says, likes the 2021 kit. You're one of very few. I will say that, 2021, yes. Last year's kit, yes. I like that one a lot with the gold collar. Big fan. Calcast says, like everything but the yellow. It's not my favorite, but if we get the color tone right, and it's not like I don't want it to be like a latte color, you know, that kind of just sandpaper brown. That's not what I'm looking for. Home kit looks good though. I'm in favor of it. Curioso says front three for Barca is going to be Pedri, Torres, Adama. I don't think it'll be Pedri. I think if anybody, it'll be Gavi moving off to that left side, a la Iniesta. Pedri is a little bit too important in the midfield right now. He's one of very few players that can turn and take players on the dribble or pass, either way. So I'm thinking midfield's moving forward with Ansu out injured and Dembele in the stands. And again, we're going to talk about all this on Monday. All right, so come back Monday morning. We're going to do a full how will Barcelona line up moving forward. We'll talk about it. But what I'm thinking is that it's going to be Busquets, Pedri, De Jong in the midfield, Nico rotating in. Left-hand side is going to be Gavi. Striker will be Memphis. Right-hand side will be Torres. And Adama is actually going to come off the bench. I don't think Adama is going to start match in, match out. Could be wrong. Could be wrong, okay? These next few weeks through February are going to be telling. Going to be very, very telling, my friends. Very telling indeed. Let me pull up the schedule, actually. Boom, 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 boom. Because it is tough for Barcelona. Take a look at all the matches we got going on in February. And once again, folks, subscribe to the channel. Turn on those notifications because we are going to be live for all these matches, doing a watch-along party. I'll be giving the commentary, hanging out with Culers from around the world in the Stash Squad, baby. So we kick things off again after this international break. And Barcelona typically don't play well after international breaks. I'm a little bit worried about that. But we kick things off Sunday, February 6th, 10:15 a.m. against Atletico Madrid. Take a look at the standings. It is Barcelona's chance to get back into Champions League contention. If we win this, we'll be ahead of Madrid in 4th place. If we win our match in hand, we can be in front of Betis into 3rd. So very exciting. But again, we got to go through a gauntlet in February. After Madrid, we've got our bitter rivals Espanyol, and then midweek matchup, Barcelona versus Napoli in Europa League. Weekend, back to Valencia, another rival. That's going to be a heated battle. And then we got to go back into Napoli and finish off our Europa League tie. Gauntlet, absolute gauntlet in February, my friends. Cannot wait. It's going to be so much action here on the channel. So again, subscribe, turn on those notifications, come hang out with Culers from around the world. We got to get all the support for the Blaugranas as we can, my friends. Daniel asks, am I going to watch Canada versus USA? Yes. Might have to catch it on replay, though. There is a jiu-jitsu tournament going on that I'm going to not compete in, but I'm going to go and support some of my friends from the gym that I train at. And so that should be ending right around kickoff. So hopefully I'll make it. If not, might have to catch it on replay. We'll see. Chance for USA to go first. So for all my American friends in the Stash Squad, very exciting. We are doing just leaps and bounds better than what we saw in 2018's qualifiers. So happy for the U.S. men's national team. Harry says Napoli's going to be tough. Napoli's going to be very tough. I don't have super high expectations. If we bring in another number 9, maybe an Aubameyang for a 6-month loan deal, wouldn't hate it. I think that would better our chances. But if we don't figure something out in terms of how to get more shots on target, we're going to be in trouble. We're going to be in trouble in Europa League. We're going to be in trouble in La Liga. It's going to be a nervy few months as we close things out, folks. Excuse me. Excuse me. Curiosa says, what do I think about a 3-4-3? Garcia, Piqué, Araujo, Alba, De Jong, Busquets, Gavi, then Pedri, Torres, Adama. For me, I want Langley to get more time before I commit to Garcia. I know I'm not not lined up with popular opinions on that one, but those are my thoughts. I would rather have Dest on the left-hand side than Alba. De Jong, Busquets, Gavi is fine. But I would not put Pedri. I don't know why everybody's saying Pedri as the left wing if one of our midfielders ends up covering. I don't know why people would say Pedri instead of Gavi there. Because if you look back I think just before Xavi came in, or maybe it was right when he started, and we were really slim pickings, it was Gavi who went out left. Again, well, Pedri was injured, so there's that. Pedri was injured. Duh. So maybe, could be wrong about that, but I would put Gavi out wide on the left before I put Pedri out there. Again, Pedri centrally in the midfield, more influential, more involved. That's what I'd like to see. Adeyemi is going to Dortmund. A lot of people are comparing him to Samuel Eto'o. I wouldn't argue against it, I guess. I could see why people would say that. However, it is not going to happen just yet. Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future it'll happen for him. But for right now, it ain't happening. What might happen, there is one more rumor we can talk about here. What might happen is, where was I? What might happen is Aubameyang, but a lot of it depends on Dembele. So Dembele has Barcelona has informed Dembele's camp that the club's renewal offer has expired. It's now going to be renegotiated, and it's going to be under similar terms to Ansu and Pedri, which is still a hell of a contract, but it would defer payments a couple of years. So that's what a lot of the younger players are signing onto right now. They're signing 4 or 5 year contracts, but they're saying most of that money is going to come later down the line, which means, one, Barcelona save money over the next couple of years, and two, if for some reason any of these youngsters don't pan out, don't fully come into the potential that we're expecting of them, we could sell them and not have to pay that heavier back end of the contract. So very clever moves from Barcelona. Very good show of support and loyalty to the club for these young players that Dembele is clearly lacking. So Dembele can go, clear out space. We bring in Aubameyang, we bring in Tagliafico, and I think we finish this season pretty strong. Tagliafico hopefully would be a buy, not a loan. Aubameyang would like to be a loan, and then we'll go from there. We'll sign Haaland in the summer. On to the Champions League final. Let's go. That's what I'm thinking, folks. Mini Death, how we doing? Do you think there's a chance we get No. Are you? We're about to get back into Champions League contention. You're nuts. Absolutely nuts. Klops and Robbers, how we doing, friends? Late night episode because I felt like it. I didn't want to. I didn't feel like doing it this morning because it's a weekend. Went and had breakfast with a friend, and then mid-afternoon, took a nap, went and got coffee at a cool little spot, a neighborhood over with my wife, came back, made some fish tacos for dinner, and I was like, you know what? I think it just makes sense to do a late night episode, with those plans. So that's what you're seeing, late night Saturday episode. Plus, I planned it so it was like 7 or 7:30 over in India. So for the first time ever, we get a morning episode for folks over in India. And I figured, who knows? Maybe we'll get the same crowd. Maybe we'll get a different crowd. It does look like we have some newer folks in here. If this is your first time at a live Wake Up in Barca, let me know in the chat. Just experimenting here. We have roughly the same number of people as we've been getting these past couple of weeks. So the numbers are about the same. A lot of the same faces that I see in here on a regular basis, and I love you all very much, so that's awesome to see. I love the support. But I am curious if any of you are catching this show live for the first time. Just curious. Oscar says, first live. Appreciate it. Welcome, my friend. Yeah, I do. I guess I do need to call it something other than Wake Up in Barca, just because it's from my perspective. But I don't know. I could just keep calling it Wake Up in Barca because, like I said, over in India, people are just waking up. And as the channel grows, and I do this eventually full time, we'll have an early Wake Up in Barca, a later Wake Up in Barca. So we'll do like a 7 a.m., a 10 a.m., and then we'll have an evening news as well. And I might call it all Wake Up in Barca. Maybe I call it something different. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Who knows? You can let me know your ideas. I do want people, though, aside from your ideas, I also want to get your pictures, folks. I've got the Stash Mod Ayush. I've got Connor McCabe. I want all of you to send me your pictures. Put on your Barca kit. If you've ever been to the Camp Nou, send me a picture. If you don't have a Barca kit and you want to just make a sign, hold it up, take a picture, send it my way. I want to give shout outs to the Stash Squad, so send it to @TheUndefeatedMustacheJohn on Instagram or @TheUndefeatedMJ on Twitter. Again, throw on your Barca kit, send me a picture, let me know your YouTube handle so I can tag you, and everybody will know, and I'll add you into the slideshow that we do before the stream and at halftime of the live matches. We'll get that going. What else? Revix says, what is your goal with the channel by the end of the year? End of the calendar year, I'm not sure, but end of this season, my goal is 4,000 followers. I think we started this season around 2,000 or just under, something like that. We hit 1,000 subscribers last March, so we've already more than doubled our numbers in less than a year. So I'm very excited about that. That's cool. So goal's gonna be 4,000 subscribers and just keep all the other numbers going. I don't want to bore you with the with the stats. Maybe we'll talk about that another time. We'll do like a channel analysis, let you guys see how this is actually growing. But yeah, as the channel continues to grow, I want to keep doing, I'll say, slightly more polished segments on Wake Up in Barca. I want to make sure that it's engaging, that it's relevant, that it's fun for everybody. So I'm going to keep polishing stuff up for Wake Up in Barca. I'm going to keep adding to the live streams for the watch-along parties for all the Barcelona matches. And I want to keep meeting folks. That's a big part of this. I know that, you know, I recognize that it is a unique opportunity for me to really meet people from around the world that I never would have connected with before. My moderator on here is a teenager from India that I never would have met. He's a really cool kid named Ayush. Shout out, because I know you're watching this, buddy. Appreciate all your help. So, and there's a lot of people. England, Netherlands, Canada, Mexico, India, Indonesia, Spain, Ireland. We got people from all over the world watching. So it's very cool. We are building quite a little community here on the Undefeated channel. And there's lots more to come. There's lots more to come. Eventually, I'm going to get a Discord going. That's going to happen. I'll continue to build stuff out for pre and post game. And so, you know, if you've got ideas that's going to help support the channel, let me know. I love to hear it. Some merch is going to come on. I think back to the original question of my goals for the year, you know, 4,000 subscribers, that's for the end of the Barcelona season. Calendar year, I can say I want to at least have a couple things ready for merch. I'm thinking wristbands and hats are going to be easiest. And maybe a t-shirt or a tank top. Let's go. Get those guns out, baby. So some merch. I also want to set some things up for the chat. Some things I'm thinking about. I've talked about the Stash Squad Quan before, but before I implement that, I got to have something that you can actually do with it, you know, as a payoff. So we'll figure it out. I look like I have a little bit of Irish blood in me. Good call. My mom's maiden name is Galligan, so I'm almost, you know, I know percentages, whatever. I'm somewhat like half Irish, something like that. My mom's side is Galligan. My dad's side also has some Irish in there, but Cornforth is an English name. I think there's some French, some German, you know, all that jazz. But yeah, good call on the Irish. Definitely in there. Black, how we doing, my friend? Welcome all the new folks too. I know we got some new people in here, so subscribe to the channel, join the community. We are live typically every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for Wake Up in Barca. We cover all the Barcelona news, all the headlines. We have a little bit of caffeine. We catch up with each other more, and most importantly, like I said, as this channel grows, things will get crazy here. Things will get wild. I'm going to do my best to make sure that it stays being about the connections, that it's about us coming together, making sure that we are, yes, supporting the badge, but also supporting each other. We've got all the reasons in the world to have our disagreements, different countries, different nationalities, race, religion, orientations, identities, all these things that we could disagree on, but we're not. We're all coming together for the badge. That's what it's about here on the channel, and that's what we're building with this community. So a lot of love here. Very happy that folks have come and hung out for a Saturday or Sunday morning, depending on where you're watching from, edition of Wake Up in Barca. I'm going to hop off here. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my Saturday evening with the wife and the two pups. Might even make them watch me play a little bit of FIFA. Who knows? Who knows? We'll find out. But on Monday's episode, that's what we got coming up next. On Monday's episode, we are going to talk about how Barcelona might line up. We'll pull up the graphics. We'll dive into the details. Adama Traore coming in. Who knows? Maybe by then we might even have another signing. I don't know. But we'll be live Monday morning for Wake Up in Barca. I will see you all there. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I love you all very much, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in, my friends. I'll see you next time.